Hello everybody, species spotlight today. We've got the Kankuamo marquezi. It's named after I believe it was the researcher who found, oh Lord, I should have it ready. Today I'm not feeling so hot, I'm gonna be honest, but I do have all the information ready. Got all the stuff. This spider, I would say it seems like it's like fossorial, terrestrial. It does like live in little burrows. At least that's what there was like a page, Animals de Colombia. I got a bit of information from that page, and it did say that they burrowed, but a lot of the photos I saw, they were just kind of like walking around. Yeah, so they're around Magdalena, Santa Marta, and it's kind of like a mountainous region. So there's Colombia, right? And then there's like the coast up here with the Caribbean coast at the Caribbean Sea. It's kind of like there's like a weird little portion that juts out, and they're kind of just on like it's almost a peninsula, but not really a peninsula. Um, Kind of in the mountains though, not exactly near sea level. They're kind of more of in the mountains, but from what iNaturalist showed, it did show that there were some spotted near kind of the coast, so I'm sure they're not just in the mountains and such. They're probably elsewhere as well. Yeah, the only spider in the genus. It was described in 2016. And so, the first part of the name, Kankuamo, it honors the indigenous people of the Caribbean region of Colombia. Um, and then, what was it? The second part, the Marquezi part of the name is in like reference to some other, it's like a famous Colombian, the researcher. Yeah. But it was put into the subfamily Theraphosinae. Yeah, and I didn't know. So you've got Theraphosidae, which is the big tarantulas. But then there's a subfamily Theraphosinae, which is pretty much all the ones in like the neotropical realm, which is like Mexico and down to South America. It's like the neotropical realm, which is where pretty much all of the Theraphosinae spiders are, like the Brachypelma and the Megaphobema. Yeah. This spider, they said it was most closely related to like Metriopelma, which I haven't really learned too much about. That might be the next species spotlight. Primarily nocturnal. Has a very nice habitat. As usual, I went on to Google Maps, got some street view stuff, got a few habitat photos, put those up on the screen. They're not exactly endangered, but they're in like such a limited distribution that they kind of threaten depending on, you know, if they were to be, their numbers were to dwindle, it could definitely be threatened. They're in a small kind of area. The map showing where it is, it's I don't know, maybe the size of Rhode Island or something. I would think. I'm not too. I would need to look at the map again, but it looks like about the size of Rhode Island. Oh, another thing that I found really interesting about this spider was that it has type 7 urticating hairs, which some sources of information were saying it's sword-like bristles with maybe like a patch of like barbed hooks on some of the urticating hairs. There's pictures. They showed some pictures, and And they also, it seemed like they were talking about how it has type 2 urticating hairs as well. And then I was thinking, like, because when I was first learning about this spider, I was on the Wikipedia page, and it seems like the Wikipedia page needs further clarification. Because in the first portion, it's talking about the overview of it or whatever, and it says it has the sword-like bristles, like, all over the body. But then you, gosh darn it, computer, you think about, well, sorry, I got more information from like other things like the research paper and such that would it like give me it shows the pictures of like also like the hairs themselves under a microscope with it, because in the articles it made you think like, oh, it has like a barb, just a barb at the end, but it in the microscopic photos it's like the urticating hair, and then on that hair it's like a patch of barbs. It's like, huh. And it was talking about how that is in like it's like in an oval shaped spot on its abdomen, and that maybe in other spots of the spider, it has different kinds. Like the type 7 is the one with the barbs. The type 2 I don't think has the barbs. And it said that it does have like some of the hairs on mostly its hind legs, which is, spiders don't always have like the urticating hairs on their hind legs, usually just their abdomen. I mean, sometimes they have it on their legs, but yeah, and so I thought that was interesting. I kind of got a grasp on like, I don't think every single hair on the spider is an urticating hair. Just like a lot of them, it seems like. Like, I think, I don't know, you could probably touch it somewhere and not getting urticating hair on you, but it'd be a risky business. It'd be a risky business. And I thought that was pretty interesting. And then, yeah, on that page, the Animals de Colombia page, it also said something about like the species has developed specialized hair on its chelicerae. And I mean, I'm sure that's true, but I just don't know where they got that from. Not too sure where they got that from. Oh, but another big thing about like the type of verticating hairs that the spider does have on it is it's those types of verticating hairs as compared to like type 3, 4, 5, like the type 7, and I think it was also the type 2. They're heavier, and it's not as airborne, which it kind of like reinforces the idea or the theory that these urticating hairs aren't exactly made for like kicking and like throwing, like with the wind's help, throwing the hairs into like your nasal cavities or whatnot. It's more of like when you touch the urticating hair, it'll break off the spider and stick into your skin. So that's why they're heavier, because they don't have to be, or heavier and thicker mostly. It's so small, it's really not heavy on a perceptible basis for us, but for them, for like air flow and such, it is a heavier and thicker urticating hair. So it kind of does support that theory, because they were saying like they handled the spider. It said the specimen in alcohol, so I assume the spider was already dead. And I guess they like touched the abdomen, and the hairs just came right out of the spider and stuck into the skin. And then when they tried to get the little hooks out, the barbs out, I guess it broke off. Like the stems that were sticking out broke off, but then the barbs inside were still stuck in their skin. That would suck. But it's a really cool looking spider. It's a very cool looking spider. It's orange, kind of orangish. As a baby, I'm assuming the orange, the cool looking ones, like they're little like, they almost look like tigers. Because they're orange, they've got black stripes on the back. And then they are pretty hairy. And then all the adults seem to look a little bit darker, like the females are near black. The males are more of like a really dark brown. And at first I thought, oh, the males were those, like the black and orange ones, the little babies. But I think that just might be the coloration of the spiderlings. Because in the research paper, it did show like a male and a female, from the top looking down. And they kind of looked the same, just coloration, and the female was thicker. The male wasn't as big. So, yeah. Didn't seem like there was too much else as far as information. I don't think there's very much in regards to like it being in the pet trade. Probably because of those urticating hairs. Those urticating hairs do sound pretty bad. I mean, regular tarantulas' urticating hairs are pretty bad, but I don't know. I mean, I guess if you don't touch your tarantula, if you don't want to touch the tarantula in the first place, it might be better to have those hairs that are heavier. Because then you don't have to worry about breathing them in at all. If you got fans going and air's blowing around and your spider kicks the urticating hairs just right, nope. No thanks. No thanks. Yeah, but if there's anything else that you guys know, just let me know. Because I would definitely like to maybe know a little bit more. Those spiderlings are so cute. If they weren't so dangerous, I would say it would be nice to see the spiderlings, even if it was in the zoo or something. They look like little tigers. More or less. Spider tigers. Spider tigers. So yeah, that was the Kankuamo marquezi. Kankuamo marquezi. Quite the name. It's the only spider in the Kankuamo genus as of right now. But I think that was Species Spotlight number 4. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day. Yeah, that's all. That's about all I've got to say. Hope I got enough pictures.